Hey guys, my name is Hasmio and welcome to my YouTube channel. Alright, so I've been using the Apple TV 4K for the past 2 weeks now, and I feel like the specific audience for this device might be people already within the Apple ecosystem. Otherwise, it is just a tiny box to some people out there. If the remote was not in sight. Anyway, this is the Apple TV 4K review. Enjoy. Alright, this is a 93 by 93 millimeter box on a height of thickness of 31 millimeter. And since there are two versions available, the Wi-Fi model and the Wi-Fi plus Ethernet model, there is a difference in weight. The Wi-Fi model weighs 7.3 ounces, while the Wi-Fi plus Ethernet model weighs 7.5 ounces. So there's not that much difference in weight, but if you decide to go with the lighter version, you'd be missing the functionality to hardwire your device, which is basically connecting your device to the internet via Ethernet cable. And pro tip, Ethernet is more faster and is considered to be more secure than Wi-Fi. That's your pro tip for today. So on the back of the model that I have is the charging port, the HDMI port, and the Ethernet port. On the top is the Apple logo, like you see on every Apple devices out there. And on the bottom is this circle looking thing, very minimal design. Perhaps if it wasn't for the Apple logo on the top, you'd think this is a portable mini router or something else. But as to say, there's more than meets the eye. The remote is 35 by 136 millimeter, weighing 2.3 ounces, and a depth of 9.25 millimeter, if I should be truthful. In the box, all you really get is the Apple TV itself, the remote, the charging cable, and a manual. It doesn't come with an HDMI cable, nor does it come with a Type-C charging cable. I think this is the equivalent of buying a phone that has a headphone jack, but doesn't come with a headphone. Apple, can you guys please include at least a Type-C charging cable? Please. The Apple TV box doesn't merely act as a hub for the Apple TV app. I mean, if it was, then what's the point in getting one? If your sole reason is to get this because you want to watch TV on the Apple TV app, don't. There are like bunch of smart TVs out there that allow you to download apps, including the Apple TV app. So that's not a good reason if that is your sole reason. But this box acts as a hub essentially for your home, apps, and believe it or not, gaming with Apple Arcade. Now, I wouldn't bet my life on this thing to be the best gaming device out there, but it's actually not that bad. All the games that I played from Apple so far run smoothly. There's no lag or any latency, even though sometimes it gets really hot, but it's actually not that bad. Now, I do understand this isn't for high-end gamings or games that require a crazy amount of computing power. It's for light gamers, people like me who only game once in the blue moon and then call it a day. I surprisingly don't game, not that much if I do at all. But yeah, this is not just a box. It's a tiny computer. All right, here comes the thing with Apple. There are no side-loading apps on this device. You either get apps from the Apple Play Store or you don't. But my favorite feature on this thing is having the functionality to search with your phone or your iPad instead of using the remote to scroll between letters, which often kills my zeal for watching TV at that time. So yeah, I really do appreciate this feature. On the top of the remote is this black looking material, which I'm guessing is where the infrared is. Infrared is a type of communication that we see in remotes, TV, and RC cars. And on the bottom is the Type-C charging port. Like I said, this thing doesn't come with a Type-C charging cable. For some reason, Apple assumes you already have these things. And on the back, yeah, I guessed it, it's the Apple logo, like you see on every Apple devices out there. Like I've said, the question one might have is, why didn't Apple make a matching color remote to the box? And that's a valid question. This box is space black, just like the MacBook Pro that I have. say hello to the fingerprints. So I think Apple made a great choice by not making this remote space black, but instead silver, which you can barely see any fingerprints on. So that might be why Apple didn't create a matching color with the remotes and the box. But my second theory is Apple will then have to create twice as much TVs and twice as much remotes, which would then probably lead them to selling the remotes separately. Don't do that, Apple. That's additional packaging, and you wouldn't be keeping it eco-friendly now, would ya? If for whatever reason you can't find this remote, there is a remote on your iPhone to control the TV. But isn't that cool? People with an iPhone on the same network as this TV can control it with the remote on their phone. That is, if you let them. And there's a specific group for this device, and it's pretty obvious. It is people already within the Apple ecosystem or people considering that the Apple ecosystem. Hit this tiny box or not, Apple is pretty good at making their devices communicate with themselves pretty well. And you can also earplay from your phone. This can also act as a hub for your IoT devices that are Apple Home compatible. This might be just a tiny box to some people out there, but I am gonna just go with what they say. There is more than meets the eye. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheerio.